Westwood One Radio Network. J.J. Watt announced on social media Monday that he'll be joining the Arizona Cardinals when the new league year begins on March 17th. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting Watt is signing a 2-year deal worth $31 million, $23 million guaranteed. The Washington football team is expected to release quarterback Alex Smith after 3 seasons. Smith went 5-1 as a starter this past year, helping the Washington football team get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Patrick Mahomes will be ready for the start of training camp after undergoing toe surgery. This according to Chiefs GM Brett Veach. Mahomes injured his toe during the Chiefs' run to the Super Bowl and underwent surgery shortly after their loss to Tampa Bay. And Aaron Rodgers announced on social media Monday that he's donating $1 million to aid small businesses amid the COVID-19 pandemic in his hometown of Chico Butte County, California. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Before you move in and start making a lifetime of memories, there's something you should remember: the value of working with a realtor. A realtor is more than an expert in the field who abides by a code of ethics. A realtor is your neighbor and your ally, someone who puts your agenda ahead of theirs, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality. Finding the right place starts with you and a realtor, and the doors we open together. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
DQ presents How to Find Meal Fulfillment. First, order the delicious new rotisserie-style chicken bites from DQ. Then feast your eyes on these unbreaded, tender, juicy, 100% white meat beauties. Next, take a bite of the bite. Realize that unbreaded chicken loaded with flavor is finally possible. And last, call your boss and ask for that promotion. You may have started last week, but hey, if chicken this good is possible, anything is possible. New rotisserie-style chicken bites are now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXOL, Central California. It is a Tuesday, 2nd day of March. Whew, this month is just flying by. Oh, and the year 2021. Yeah, the year flying by too, right, Gene?
Yeah, they're connected. Yes. They're connected.
Oh, boy. And how did you enjoy the fair last night?
I didn't make it out. Did you?
I didn't know. I got tied up. Louis wanted to play Frisbee in the backyard, so I got tied up with Louis.
No, I did not. Of course, there's this weekend, if I remember right, that they'll be there, the second weekend of the 2. I think that starts Thursday.
Yeah, with the fair food.
Drive-through.
Okay. You can drive through.
Yeah, you can only
watch your cholesterol levels rise.
Yes, yeah, you can watch that too. You can probably have your cholesterol checked.
Yeah.
Just to see what the reaction is.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yes.
Anyway, we've got some birthdays to celebrate today. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready. We certainly do have birthdays.
The big shot birthdays. Actor John Cullum is 91. Actor Barbara Luna, 82. Author John Irving, 79. Actor Cassie Yates, 70. Actor, comedian Lorraine Newman is 69. Jay Osmond, little Jay of the Osmonds, is 66. And singer John Cowsill. Guess what group he was with, Gene? Yes, he's 65. Yeah, sounds like a great act for a country fair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Singer John Bon Jovi, 59. I don't know. I've never been a particularly Bon Jovi fan. Whatever. Anyway, it's like, Springsteen's okay. Actor Daniel Craig, not the real James Bond, is 58. Though, I have to admit, Daniel Craig, I think, did almost as good as the original.
Pretty darn close.
Yes, better than most of them in between.
Yeah.
Okay. Actor Richard Ruccolo is 49. Singer Chris Martin of Coldplay, 44. Actor Heather McComb is 44. Actor Rebel Wilson is 41. Actor Bryce Dallas Howard, Opie's little girl, is 40. Actor Robert Eiler is 36. Actor Natalia Emanuel is 32. Okay?
Sounds
Local.
like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we got local ones coming up.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Take Carla Rayon, Stella Rossler, Carlos Ramirez, Wendy Kirby, Charlie Garcia, Claudia Robles, Christina Hill, Claudia Vasquez, Delu Moore, Joe Buchanan, Joey Rodriguez, John Wood, Connie Rodriguez, Martha Fierro, Martha Villegas, Michael Levis, Michelle Miller, Wendy Props, Ralph Hernandez, John Parra, Fernando Gomez, Erica Torres, Jesse Calderon, Alyssa Vasquez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, birthdays, fair time birthdays, right?
And speaking, you talked about the drive-through fair food. Well, they did have animal competition. It was modified now, but they still had it.
Yes.
So that was neat.
And we've got the results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the story on that. So
yes, everything is different. We've also got the story. Apparently, they will definitely start to open schools.
Yep.
And, well, we were already aware that they were starting some high school sports. And it's going to be very interesting because they're going to be playing sports that are going to be overlapping. And like baseball and football at the same time. And a lot of the smaller schools, I know it was that way at Calipat when you went to school, and it was that way at Hackett High School where I went.
Yeah.
You played both.
You played both ways, and
small schools. The kids play multiple sports.
Well, you had a choice, and I use that word choice loosely, but you could. If you played football, well, you had to play another sport opposite of that. You had a choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but now you're pretty much going to have to pick. Am I going to play baseball? Am I going to play football?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because they're going at the same time. Yes. Decisions just kind of get you in the, get you training for the rest of your life, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Understated, yes.
Yeah, which would you have picked?
For,
I know you played football. You didn't play baseball, though.
No, I played football, and that's what I would have, or I ran track. I did that, too.
Okay. They asked me to run track, and then they said, well, you have to practice. I said, you want me to run? What's to practice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't run track.
They tried, though.
Yes.
Give them credit.
Well, I was, I was fast.
Well, that's probably why they wanted you to.
Yeah.
Of course, they wanted you to run more than just the 100-yard dash.
Exactly. And I said, no, 100 yards. If I can't get away from the big guy in 100 yards, I'm not going to try. Okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got news coming up.
Okay, we're going to start off with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine overnight, with the expectation those doses will be delivered throughout Tuesday.
The Biden administration is imposing sanctions against some Russian individuals and businesses. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
It's a formal response to the poisoning and recent jailing of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. The White House says other actions in response to the solar winds hack are now in the works.
Many expected a baby boom for the pandemic. CBS's Tony DeCopel says it's more of a bust.
Health departments in 27 states provided records to CBSNews.com, and they show a 7% drop in births in December. That would be 9 months after the first lockdowns began.
Civil rights champion and Clinton advisor Vernon Jordan died. He was 85 years old. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
Whatever the weather brings this winter, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium System to keep your home warm and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bills. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties. Affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. York, install confidence. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news, the governor and state lawmakers announcing a multi-billion-dollar deal aimed at encouraging schools to reopen for on-campus learning as soon as this month. Assemblyman Phil Ting hoping the deal spurs more teachers to return to their classrooms.
It's a floor, not a ceiling, and we really hope that once teachers get back in the classroom, that more teachers will want to go back. There has to be an acknowledgement that there's a significant amount of fear in the community, and for good reason.
$6.6 billion set aside for, among other things, enhanced school safety measures. First batch of the Johnson & Johnson one-dose COVID vaccine heading to sites across the country. Stanford emergency medicine professor Dr. Ryan Rivera says they aren't certain the vaccine stops silent transmission.
Generally speaking, fully vaccinated people should still mask, should still social distance, should still restrict travel. I've been fully vaccinated since early January, and frankly, my behavior hasn't really changed much at all.
All 270 Apple stores across the nation are welcoming customers back for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Hey, right now is the right time to contact Lock Air Conditioning about a pre-season air conditioner tune-up. Give them a call today.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Before you move in and start making a lifetime of memories, there's something you should remember: the value of working with a realtor. A realtor is more than an expert in the field who abides by a code of ethics. A realtor is your neighbor and your ally, someone who puts your agenda ahead of theirs, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality. Finding the right place starts with you and a realtor, and the doors we open together. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
It's page one of the local news, page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane has the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Talk to your Quick Lane service advisor for details.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, new COVID-19 numbers are in. George Gale has the story.
They were provided by the County Public Health Department. Active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County have increased to 148. Number of deaths attributed to the virus have also increased to 633. At last report, there were 23 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in Imperial County. There are 8 COVID-19 positive patients in intensive care. There is 1 ICU bed available in the county. New cases per day per 100,000 population has gone up to 7.45 as compared to 6.56 previously reported. Positivity rate is down to 13.44%. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A red GMC's Yukon was reported burning on westbound Interstate 8 this morning. Interstate 8 near Highway 115, just before 6 a.m. Witnesses said they saw approximately 20 people run from the burning SUV. The California Highway Patrol and U.S. Border Patrol are investigating. KXO News Time, coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro suggest the works. The works, including tire rotation and pressure check, brake action, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat the works. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro, ready to serve.
In other local news, COVID death toll increases by 42. Here's more on that story.
The increase was reported in the most recent COVID update. Monday's report indicated 633 deaths in Imperial County as compared to 591 reported on Friday. County Health Department says there were not 42 related deaths over the weekend. They say the problem was technical issues with the dashboard. They say the Imperial County Public Health Department updated its computer system, and so did the state. Turned out the two systems were not compatible. Reports had to be done in person, and that created a lag. The state and the county are now getting more up to speed with each other's system, and the numbers are becoming more accurate. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news is Service Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
We're your new Ace Home Convenience stores, built for the Imperial Valley. Our helpful folks know you've got everyday things you need to take care of around the house, and not so everyday things around the ranch, farm, and plant. El Centro, Brawley, Holtville, now open and fully stocked with the right tools and right advice for Imperial Valley. 3 great stores with people who know their stuff. Stop in, look around. We're looking forward to serving you.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's page 2 of the local news, page 2, and weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, a deal has been reached. George Gale explains.
The agreement is between the governor and the state's legislative leaders. State cannot order schools to open in the state. That decision has to be made in the individual counties. The agreement reached in Sacramento is to provide an incentive for the school districts to open classrooms to students. The agreement sets aside $6.6 billion, provide incentive to help the schools reopen by March 31st. There are more details that are being revealed by the governor. Basically, California counties are divided up into different coronavirus infection levels, with each tier having a specific rule about how businesses and other public spaces can operate during the pandemic. To be eligible for the new money, districts in the most restrictive tier, known as the purple tier, must return to in-person instruction at least through the 2nd grade. Districts in the next highest tier, the red tier, must return to in-person instruction for all elementary school grades, plus at least 1 grade in middle and in high schools. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Nearly 230 youngsters from around the valley got their time in a show ring Thursday through Sunday in a market animal grading show that substituted for the California Midwinter Fair's Junior Livestock Show in this COVID-19 impacted year. Participants included members of Valley Future Farmers of America, 4-H, and Grange, as well as independent exhibitors. Animals were allowed to show were steers, feeder calves, swine, goats, and market lambs. While this year's fair has been canceled due to the pandemic, the grading show was allowed because the California Department of Food and Ag had determined that market animals are essential to the food chain. However, there are strict limits, and there was no auction or showmanship competition. The show's rules limited the number of people who could be on the grounds to those directly involved in the exhibition. That could number no more than 100 people at any one time. The show also was terminal, which means no participating animal could be taken home or sold to any buyer other than a designated meat processor. The project animals were transported to the processor immediately after the day's exhibition was completed. Youngsters received the market price for their animals, although the fair was allowing by holding an online added-on process that allowed the community to contribute to the exhibitor projects. Judging the exhibitions was Brad Mendez, an animal science lecturer at Fresno State University and a member of the university's livestock judging team. And in a first for the livestock events, the show was live streamed over the fair's website. All in all, the show went very well, according to Alan Phillips, the chief executive officer of the fair.
Gene, we're working on another story, an accident apparently, reports in the area of 115 and Norrish Road with a number of fatalities. We've had reports on it. We cannot confirm anything at this point. But again, in the area of Norrish and 115, whether the accident that we reported on earlier with the car fire and this are related, we're trying to get that information right now.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says warmer conditions will prevail today and tomorrow with highs nearing 80 degrees in the Imperial Valley, but a Pacific low-pressure system will have a chance of rain with widespread windy conditions later in the day, Wednesday. After a brief cool down, Thursday return to above normal temperatures is expected starting Friday, likely lasting through the weekend. Our high yesterday, 70, the low 37. Sunny today with a high near 77. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming calm. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 43, light wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Turning out of the west-southwest 10 to 15 in the afternoon with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. There is a 40% chance of showers after 10 a.m. tomorrow. 48 degrees, 24% relative humidity. Northwest 327 miles. Air quality good throughout the valley, moderate in Mexicali. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Cocopah Casino is open for business 24 hours a day and committed to your safety. Play in comfort and cleanliness on the Cocopah Casino floor, featuring all your favorite games, properly spaced and meeting social distancing guidelines. Relax and play at Elias Casino in Yuma, making sure you're comfortable with constant disinfection, safety precautions, and welcoming smiles for your visit. Winning is just around at Cocopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action, the Mavericks beat up on the Magic 130-124. 76ers topped the Pacers 130-114. 76ers actually winning games this year. The Nuggets beat the Bulls 118-112. Pelicans got by the Jazz, 129-124. In overtime, the Nets beat the Spurs, 124-113. Cavaliers rocked the Rockets, 101-90. And the Trailblazers topped the Hornets, 123-111.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, more NBA news. The Atlanta Hawks coach Lloyd Pierce was fired today. Yeah, given the hook less than halfway into his season that carried heightened expectations before the team hampered by injuries, assistant Nate McMillan will serve as the team's interim coach. Well, Major League Baseball, well, they're bringing back in-game video for the players this year. For Chris Owings, his first 7 years in the majors, he could pop into the video room to take a look at his at-bats during a game. Last season, well, he couldn't do that. Yeah, but this year, okay, we can do it again. Yeah. Technology. NFL news, free agent pass rusher J.J. Watt has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Terms were not disclosed, but a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter the deal is worth $31 million. It includes $23 million guaranteed. Before the Cardinals announced the agreement, Watt broke the news by sharing a photo on Twitter. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information. Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
You know you're doing something right when you've been in business for over 43 years and still going strong. And that company is Dermis Floor Covering. Yes, Ray takes pride in making sure that you're 100% satisfied with the installation they do and the product they use. That product is Shaw, the leading flooring company in the world. So when it's time to replace your floor, count on Floor Covering, a company that's been around for a long time. Dermis Floor Covering, 220 North J Street in Imperial.
It's financial news and a brief look at the weather. It's brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned security service protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan to the public. Well, China, yeah, they're a little bit concerned right now by volatility in markets around the world. We are really afraid the bubble for foreign financial assets will burst someday, said one of China's most powerful financial officials. The warning follows concerns expressed elsewhere that bubble-like behavior is spreading through financial markets. Wall Street banks have been fielding questions from clients about whether the runaway equity boom will be followed by a crash resembling the bursting of the dot-com bubble 21 years ago. Well, COVID-19 is no longer the biggest concern on Wall Street. Well, more and more people are getting vaccinated, and things are slowly moving to normal. The focus is squarely on the bond market and inflation. Investors are starting to worry that the economy may heat up too much and that inflation will make an unwelcome return. That has led to some notable volatility in the bond market lately. The U.S. 10-year Treasury yield is now at around 1.44% after briefly spiking to 1.61 on Thursday last week. That's the highest level since before the pandemic sent rates plunging last spring. Meanwhile, stocks today struggling, looking for ground, something to put a hook in. The Dow Jones Industrials right now off 20 points at 31,517. The S&P is at 3,890. That's off 12.1. And the NASDAQ is down 84 points at 13,504. Gold off $1.80 an ounce. Oil up 4 cents a barrel. The U.S. stock market struggling for direction after the strongest one-day surge in months that occurred yesterday.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 77, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 43, light wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 25 miles an hour. We do have a 40% chance of showers after 10 a.m. tomorrow. And right now, downtown, 49 degrees, 20% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, now offering 24-hour-a-day post boxes. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil, El Centro.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground, covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns. And that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation.
The hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. FBI Director Christopher Wray is testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee for the first time since the January attack on the U.S. Capitol.
The big question being posed to Wray by Senator Dick Durbin today.
What the FBI knew, when they knew it, whether they shared it, why this didn't rise to the level of a threat assessment.
Wray referred to the FBI report that was put out by their Norfolk office about a threat he says was raw, unverified, and uncorroborated, but says
that information was quickly, as in within an hour, disseminated and communicated with our partners, including the U.S. Capitol Police.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccine rollout is getting a big boost from a competitor. The White House has reportedly brokered a deal for Merck to help manufacture the single-dose shots. CBS's Earl Barnett says shipments are already on their way.
Of the nearly 4 million doses going out this week, 2.8 million will go to states, 800,000 for retail pharmacies, and another 160,000 for community vaccine and federally qualified health centers.
Several Democrats and advocacy groups are calling for New York Governor Cuomo to resign after a third woman came forward to accuse him of inappropriate behavior. WCBS Radio's Marla Diamond has her story.
33-year-old Anna Ruck tells the New York Times she met Andrew Cuomo at a 2019 wedding where he put his hand on her bare back. When she removed it, he cupped her face, asking if he could kiss her. Ruck says the governor made her uncomfortable and embarrassed.
Virginia Commonwealth University has suspended a fraternity after a 19-year-old pledge died during a hazing. Correspondent Chip Reed spoke to his parents.
He was our only child.
Eric Oakes says his son Adam last texted him, "I love you," Friday night before he went to a Delta Chi fraternity party.
All he wanted to do was be one of the guys.
Another student at the party told them Adam passed out on a couch after being told to drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey. In a statement, the university says it is assisting the Richmond Police Department in the investigation and called Adams' death a tragic loss for Adams' family and members of our community.
Civil rights activist and political power broker Vernon Jordan's died. CBS's Allison Keyes.
Jordan grew up in the segregated South and became a powerful figure for civil rights on Wall Street and in Washington politics. He was badly wounded by a white supremacist sniper in Indiana in 1980. Jordan was also a close friend, golfing buddy, and advisor to former President Bill Clinton in the 1990s.
Vernon Jordan was 85 years old. The Dow is down 26 points. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
2 chocolate chip muffins coming in. Thank you.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Hey, can someone get that?
Like at Claire's Cafe. To satisfy demand for takeout, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
I love being able to share with our family who's listening how much we all love State Farm insurance. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm has saved us money with our car and home insurance.
I mean, you're my wife. You know how much I love a great deal, so of course I'm going to love the great rates and great service at State Farm. It's good for my wallet and for my family.
State Farm meets my needs, plus I get to control how and what I want for my budget. And I do it all from their award-winning mobile app.
Surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's not just your kids. Almost 4 out of 10 British university students are addicted to their smartphones, and their sleep is suffering as a result. Of just over 1,000 London college students studied, 406 met clinical standards for addiction to their smartphones, and more than 2/3 of them reported trouble sleeping, compared to just over half of the non-addicted students. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London. It was 25 years ago. Rent debuted off-Broadway. 3 months later, the show about a group of friends struggling to get by during the AIDS crisis made it to the Great White Way and launched the careers of actors like Idina Menzel, who understands the musical's enduring power.
At its core, it's about love and community.
Tonight, original cast members hold a fundraiser for the theater where many made their professional debuts. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's such a beautiful night. Look at the stars.
They're amazing. Did you know 20% of stars have planets orbiting them capable of sustaining life?
How did you know that? You must spend a ton of time reading.
Not at all. I use Blinkist.
Blinkist?
Yeah, it's an app that takes key insights from over 4,000 nonfiction bestsellers and gathers them into 15-minute blinks for you to read or listen to. With Blinkist, you can learn the main points of an entire book in just 15 minutes, as opposed to days or weeks.
What kind of books?
Nonfiction books in over 27 categories, from personal development to history, management, investing, philosophy, and more. Books like A Beautiful Mind, The 4-Hour Workweek, Freakonomics, and Sapiens. Blinkist makes it easy to learn about pretty much anything.
Like the stars?
Even the stars.
Right now, radio listeners get 25% off, plus 1 free week when you go to Blinkist.com/grow. To get this special offer, go to Blinkist.com/grow. That's BLINKIST.com/GROW.
The coronavirus pandemic has affected many businesses in the Imperial Valley. The Small Business Development Center and Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation are here to help. They can assist with disaster loans and other financing, guidance on establishing a safe workplace, workforce concerns, and additional referrals. For virtual counseling services, call the Small Business Development Center, 760-312-9800. Se habla español. For more information on business resources, visit IVEDC.com. CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here. IFA Star 1230 report brought to you by Team Ramco, featuring Roadrunner torque converters. Team Ramco continuing to provide the best quality transmission service on all makes and models. We are working on confirming a story. Multiple fatalities in a traffic accident, Highway 115 and Norrish Road. We have unconfirmed reports of multiple fatalities following a Border Patrol pursuit, again in the area of Highway 115 and Norrish Road. This update brought to you by Team Ramco, 4701 East Hitler Ridge Road in Yuma. Superflash will stop your slips, trips, and funny shifts. Visit teamramco.net.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.